use? You get use?
Yes, I get use.
One from the welcome you to the program where you use the program where they bring information come to you. I don't see whether also outside country you go on for take part and the only way for the world.
Now for watch the program, the number where you see at the bottom of the screen, when at 031-812174, send me text or WhatsApp message, we go read them inside the program.
Will be your voice.
My voice.
Inside the program today will be known as MMTU, of course, the lecture and benefits for my ICT training, and YWC then gets the election for PIG executive. The will be known as security updates, and then Santa Street got the way man away day will show now and conduct the hospital and go clean it. This and more plus other things that will bring out to the inside the program we use. My name is that must say.
That's a wrong car, my name.
We'll go for a break and join sponsors.
Say African Cup of Nations don't come back again. Win free trip for go watch AFCON 2021 inside Cameroon. I did tell you, plus fine AFCON official jersey inside Salone Commercial Bank. Put them there cash box promotion. For make you win, it's simple. No yagba. Just open account with more money when at 250,000 euros. Make them enroll you for SMS, mobile app or Visa card. For you when a customer already, that now we the also them. No yagba. Just make sure say you continue to get small money in your account when at 250,000 euros. Make them enroll you for SMS, mobile app or Visa card, so you will qualify for the raffle draw. You no get for pay nothing. All things will be free for go watch the AFCON 2021 inside Cameroon. If you know the inside salon, no yagbao, it's simple. Just go na SLF them website for make you open account quick one, so you self go able for put am day. I say this na Salone Commercial Bank. Put am day cash box promotion. This is fantastic. It get fun. I dey tell you, put am day. Make it so let you self go able for put am day. Let you not left bien. Sierra Leone Commercial Bank Limited, delivering value.
Sierra Leone Commercial Bank, proud sponsor of Leone's supporters tour to Cameroon AFCON.
What's una dey?
Then I go there. Now what kind of kind of work but the try to fix am now.
So na too like this black man business. You no go believe. Some might even bring goats as gifts.
Oh my God! Wait, now goats inside La Papa so?
As our that lady, all kind married in the attend.
Yes, I will safe there.
When we reach, all man they no say we don't reach.
To the fullest during this orange season of Boku sweeting them. Now get ready for experience and enjoy life even more and more. Well, now the love done sweet.
Orange.
Welcome back. Well, let's go start the program. As Bluecrest College, then go give certificate to over 100 people them when I lecture them. Way after whether we done 1 8-week training on ICT. This will take place at the Great Hall now Godrich campus. Well, Athanasius, let's get more.
Where immediate talk during the certification, the rector and country head for Bluecrest College, Dr. Shalish Kumar, talk about how he get for Sabi, the principal from Itimarai Technical University, and how they get for grief for make Bluecrest College train their lecturer there. Dr. Shalish Kumar talk about how he glad for meet with them lecturer there. We don't work well on the cause, and how on the 22 years we don't they pan teach, and no one they see them kind of people there. He tell thanks to the president, the government, the ministry for technical and higher education for where they think for make book learning number 1 pandemic program. You see, now only education now any country go give in people them for later country they go. He encourage lecturer them for continue for give themselves more strength pan book learning and say Blue Crest College ready for help at any time as the Blue Crest College they move towards the digital world. Pan talk, the Vice Chancellor and Principal for the Magai Technical University, Professor Dr. Philip John Kanu, talk about in leadership skill and how he believe for work with parents, them, students, lecturer and the administration for push the college work go before. The principal say when them be there pan the course, he be able for interact with the lecturer them, make fun and inside he be get for know the true color of the people them where now the lecturer them and know who that they really be. He tell to Blue Crest College for the teamwork and same way so the president, government, partner and the Ministry for Technical and Higher Education for the support we then give the college. Professor Dr. Philip John Kanu say now the lecturer then go able for transfer the note and create electronically where go be quick one. The director for TVET na the Ministry for Technical and Higher Education, Dr. Victor Masakoy, encouraged the lecturer them for use the sense when they don't get and pass it on to the student them. Hassan Fuad Tarawali na one they will take part pan the course and at the finance office he na Congo Course campus and he been glad for the course and tell we more.
This course be so fantastic and it be very nice. Actually we appreciate Blue Crest and we enjoy so much. Actually been take a period of 8 weeks. We've been there, so we'll be able to enjoy the program. And today mark the day when they can give you the certificate. And different programs, and we learn actually the basic software that we expect for the offices there, and then the modern teaching. For example, Microsoft Excel, Microsoft Word, Microsoft PowerPoints, and so on and so forth.
For SABC, we use Athanasius Ojumeri Pratt, the report.
Alright, LBC Career and Homemakers Group, them own the number 22nd conference for letting go sit down and engage and then we get election for pick the executive of them. Well, we until Williams today and send this.
Mrs. Evan James Camp, the YWCA. I then had the Career and Homemakers Group. The YWCA get different groups. There's the youth group, there's the career and homemakers, and then there's the adult group. And basically the career and homemakers, like it starts career women and at the same time we are homemakers. And the adult group are the more elderly ladies, and of course the youth are our young people. At 22nd for any conference. We meet every 4 years, but because of the Ebola, the Corona, last year we were not able to meet. And now that we have the opportunity, we come together. And the first day of the ceremony started with the youth, and after the youth conference, yesterday was reports, the general secretary reports, the presidency report, and reports from different groups. And it is that in this meeting we they know what's in happen at different groups, them then challenge what went well, what's in for then of course nominations and the current executive and council members. The time of office done. In fact, it was done about 14 months ago, but like I said, because of the Corona and the rest. So, all offices are open now, and people, eminent ladies, have stepped up into that position. But it involves a process. You have to be nominated, and after that you face the nomination committee, where then they ask you questions, for example, why you want to be, what they bring come into the organization, those sorts of questions. That's what we did yesterday. Then after that, the president gets 2 candidates for the presidency, and then give what we call the manifesto, and then they just try to convince. Say, this is what I am bringing to the organization, this is who I am, this is what I have done, this is what I can do, all of us to try to convince, and it's all done in a sisterly manner.
For security updates, SLISA and the Saloon Police don't start for arrest motorcar them. We not get number plates, not get license and plenty more. Dominic JJ Tucker gets more.
Assistant Commissioner of Police, Yama Kamara, Head of Media, Public Relations and Sport, Saloon. Every vehicle, we somebody buy, you need for register. Let's make the register, one, to get them. Then two, in case you involved by accident. If able to say, now this motorcar is involved by this accident. And so it will be easy for the teacher. But if you buy motorcar, you don't register, assume it's a bunch of money on it. You don't want to go, and not when for today's for no time you do that, and you get an accident. And quite a problem, even sometimes somebody is still escape. So therefore, when you buy motorcar, you don't use more money for buy. For register, not to say, now just a little fraction of what you spend now, then you use for register. So why you not for register? So if you not register, now maybe me they say you for register. And so therefore, the police and they on a strict instruction. Every LUC, everybody within a traffic, if you want to know that traffic, go to policeman. If you see vehicle when are unlicensed or unregistered vehicle, understand? You get for impounded. You impound them, you take custody of them, and then at the end of the day, you bring in SLIC. SLIC, they will take them, and they will take custody of them. And as they talk so, long division, which I ACP and Mojobi, they get 4. They get 4 at the custody. They go to Abadi, playing national day, they get 8 when they don't arrest. So now some will continue to do everywhere. You go to the other areas and the same thing we do. So now that will continue to do. But one thing we want to make clear, one thing very clear. Sometimes they will try to register. They give one policeman, it's not for khaki offense with a man, it's not for khaki. For anybody that's security, somebody don't want khaki. For intimidating police, we they say you will get into car, whether you're a government official or whoever you be, they tell you say take your license. Understand? The expectation is anybody looking for car, G-plate gets it. They want to say up to 6 o'clock. And even before that, they will get what you call long movement. Understand? And so, news now to arrest one above. Already. And make sure say I send message at the checkpoint, they impound them. So I go there, I check, I see say they get G-plate, and then they get your movement. All details of the movement I release them. Understand? That is the procedure. Policeman will call from above. I want to make a very clear to you. Policeman will call from above. And from your authority, then I call from above. So politics can influence organization. Enough for me politics. Understand? If you go away na LUC, na Lonely, you call from above, will be he's not a caller. Understand? Then I call from above. Or maybe IG will call, or DIG will call, or AIG will call. Then for me, you call from above. Understand? So we are working for the state. Working for the state in the sense that now waiting the state want to happen based on the laws of the and they will be enforced. So this is why they put that hit. This is why we are at the station. So we know they do anything extraordinary. Now waiting the laws for no review.
Well, now ACP Brahma Kamara, we are the spokesman for the Saloon Police. One for bringing attention to Santa Street's gutter. The way manner where that gutter day, well, in case you take your dinner, you excuse me, but we just want to show this because the people around that area they show concern. So if you take your dinner, either you cover up first or you just go for watch because we're bringing that things here come. Chile Williams.
Family on a crucial. We can't see at this Santa Street gutter. Who can look at the challenge within this gutter? We go get this place from St. John to Santa Street area near the Africell office. Family who come for can see which you see middle of the city in a good for see. We go understanding say you see the dirty boku inside the gutter, and this dirty also way boku inside the gutter so. He had foresee People and self every day around it, the free for the support not for inside the gutter and a deep big gutter than the and to no full up and so because in a small gutter. But we the come with the gutter they be free. If you see we the gutter they be open. But now they don't stock. Even slab all inside the gutter or tick all inside the gutter. Robot they not for talk. If you see the teaching the way inside the gutter the main city of St. John and Sanders Streets, and we dey calling the authorities them because we know say council and them they do good work there for clean the streets and then clean the gutter, but now we just see no more everything stop. We don't know the problem. We don't know why council don't come on board for us, at least for the take care of the gutter within that Sanders Street area there where the places don't filthy like how we filthy so, and that gutter they cause too much problem. What we meet with somebody even go for inside that gutter they even phone in able to see the phone and now you damage himself. Plus when you rush and can go hospital because they see where the water they also poto and when you fall down they go eat himself and stone and they under that gutter they will cause trouble for people under. If you wait transport they break under so like the taxi the people they afraid they not for the inside anything for the under for they go get a difficult because poto and they don't tell them poku that samba gutter day and people they pass and they see this kind of trouble within the Sanders Street area and with the colony city council no waiting happen on this gutter issue where this place just talk so got dirty serious one as well as slab within inside this gutter to try to talk to people will talk to me then they shake their head down middle city and this kind of dirty be so. If Middle City don't can get them the kind of tear, so how is slum area go deal like? How other side they go there? And this the main city where na Sanders Street you go get Sanders Street, when na Sawi you get Okana Stadium to go to the Service Street area and the railway line and the Cambu Street, you know, and the Adelaide Street, all them streets that in many streets where people they use. So tell with the Arc City Council or over there in charge on this Sanders Street and gutter as we full up dirty we tell for saying inside other side we they call on the authority they for look inside this gutter and a first this is the council. Yeah, that no agent. Let them look at it and let them put principle for let dirty not the go under again. So till we find out who they in charge and who they look take this gutter don't full up. Me Natalie Williams from SABC they give this report.
Danny Shutasi.
And if you wear something like white, you may still go inside it. That's not what it tells you. I don't.
I go there with you. Well, we continue with the program. One final year medical student, Justice Coca, will collaborate with the Sierra Leone Medical Students Association. Don't go clean the College Hospital.
I'm Jacinta Farela Coca, final year medical student at College of Medicine and Allied Health Sciences. So this cleaning actually like a personal project of mine. Initially how we start, we get like an annual Dr. Willoughby award with them can do. So like this project is done in my mind for some time. So I decided to like apply with this new project and I end up winning the award. So like winning the award now, I began for like execute the program. So today now one of the days they would on choose for like I launch the first phase of the project when I like cleaning and sensitizing people around the hospital, and also get them placards there so for paste around the hospital to like send a message, not just a message where you could just stay no more today, but a message like where people are going to come in every other day and get for what they see, and then get for what they don't say, not for what we don't see around the hospital, and always for the people in the hospital too. So now like I get for like do a donation to the hospital because like one of the challenges then with the hospital they face now like and can get a shortage of cleaning equipment and all of that day. So we get for buy like a couple of spins, brushes and cleaning stuff. We can donate them to the hospital, like personal projects. I mean, I'm the brains behind the project, but then I get like me other medical students. We get this Leone Medical Students Association. I collaborate with them with the help. I mean, not just me. I'm not just able to do me one. So then they come on board for can support me, and I get like a couple of other people that also really support me. Not just really come for can sensitize and like do impact. You self when a patient's family go can hospital, you for no say where you eat for to the food leftovers around. For like to way you do inside or spin, you know, for the skiba no one has run because like I can say people are not getting respect for Connaught Hospital. So at least for try for like begin getting respect for Connaught Hospital when I know the biggest referral hospital now the country because how will they keep the place clean and so they help prevent a lot of diseases. So Dr. Suleiman Dako, now a lecturer and I know the infectious disease specialist and consultant at Connaught here so like 9 days in charge of the cleaning and all. Like you know, like 19 like lies and all. So yes, I mean you know say for local and clean, not just common and clean. I make sure say I try for organized and they so you go come in and can like talk to you about waste management, how to go about sanitation, hygiene and all of it before then we move kind of for can start the cleaning and proper.
Alright, we go Kenema now and then Safa B. Moiba.
Na Jalahana Marajakima, Emina the Status Program Officer for Advocate. We be get an engagement and Kenema Yaso. Also we engage with women them. Amongst them we get commercial sex workers and we get market women them and we go before women themselves. For let we go talk about a gender sensitive justice system. Because we all know how the justice system can turn like for women.
Okay, what are some of the concerns then where you come up from the participant?
Well, like how you said the that day, one part with sister be explaining we how a lot of family property and self not tap though they be get for remand and panta in fact say when I be getting rights to in property. But just because it not be know how for navigate the justice system and not be know how for go lay complain and how for go about her. If you not forbid the person will go back and remand. But all said and done, in case we come to aid, advocate they will support them and in case done, and right now then a skills training center, but still get challenges within life. This activity and activity will happen at all the office that all those our offices and they na salon. It happen at McKinney, of course, it happen at Kenema, and it happen self na Freetown.
What do you hope for seeing in the near future?
Well, just like how we say, we dey hope for see a justice system where go get a feminine face. Outside of go able to consider the plight of women them and even the suffering women that they go through.
We're going to McKinney and join with Mohamed Dauda Kamara.
Direct 80 they get time with the school picking of the African Muslim Agency Primary School na McKinney for know the different talents with each one of them get.
Paul, fly away, Peter, fly away, Paul.
He will let the program because the man is so nice with the teachers then. They encourage teachers then
Aminata Kamara na a teacher and they teach class 1 na the school. This gladness still carry on. According to plenty school people we are talked to, then say they're happy for do thing we go make people know about them. And this now one of the activities them for plant tree and flower all about the school.
No more planting now. But not different objects there.
Plenty school picking call on Mr. Kamara. According to her, this not be happened last year because of the corona sick. And he say if things like this will be the happen every year, don't start again, bring gladdy to the picking them. What are you drawing? And the other day, a football match. Barkit Yusuf, the center director direct aid North.
So this all we make to help our students to discover their talents.
Mohamed Dauda Kamara from McKinney.
Alright, Planned Parenthood Association Salon, they hold the every year General Assembly for peak the member them we go serve na the board. Tilly Williams, Bindede, and they send this for you.
Dr. Sayan Kaman, I'm in at the new executive director for the Planned Parenthood Association of Sierra Leone. The Planned Parenthood Association of Sierra Leone office, now number 1 Richard Street, Freetown. And today we get the annual general assembly. Normally we get every year towards the end of the year. And this, the annual general assembly, now one of the main, now the governing body, and they determine who that will serve now the board of the association and all. So, and the interesting thing is that this time around, my election year, so we don't get the board, we don't serve. So now we get, in fact, now the annual general assembly, we get volunteers and staff of the association. Because we all know, say, the Planned Parenthood Association are a volunteer-based association. An association where they bring on board volunteers, both young people and old people. But these are the only association where they give chance to young people that for growth and they self go able to serve at the board. So this annual general assembly, they bring we all together, and as I don't say, this is the main body, now the governing body, where they determine, you understand, waiting, who that go in at the board, who they can discuss issues them. Like now, so we get the different branches them, you understand, they do presentations them. We get the Musa branch, we get the Kotloko branch, we get Bo, Kenema branches them. You know, now West Africa, they do their own presentation. So they all they present, and also during this time, we also look at some of the success system and the challenges them. You understand? We don't say there are challenges, maybe because of the COVID and all, you understand? But we also get successes there. That the branches, they're waiting they're ready for do, how many people in volunteers they're ready for recruit and bring on board, if they're able for mobilize resources and all. So the AGA now that, and this is a special AGA, annual general assembly, because these are the 55th annual general assembly. This is an election year, and that's make a very important. So this year we can elect a new honorary president. Now that's the association they call them. And I feel say because me knew there are so many challenges, but I hope say I will be able to surpass those challenges them, because challenges are there to be addressed. And number 2 also, I hope say the volunteer base will be improved.
John William Wise has been talking with one senior officer at the Sierra Leone Commercial Bank.
Mina Samuel L. Abu, the manager of the Freetown Golf Club. Well, we do a lounge where we call it number 19 for members after you finish eating non-substance, they relax. So today they do a soft opening, then members can come and see.
So, what in this mean for the people of Kikaya?
Well, it means a lot, because if you don't do golf club before and you see the bar and can't see it now, you don't know, say yes, there's a big difference.
So what are the difference?
The difference is great, because now at least you see something more than people appreciate them, and so many people, and they even say, wow, this time around we will feel happy for how it's at least a guest encouraged for the members.
So people they pay to Kaisa or like for buying, what do you take?
Well, currently we sit to members because it's a members only club. Guests are only allowed if the members are coming in.
Okay, so what in again when I get now show people them today?
Well, not only the lounge, we don't as well. Because they get a problem when they do functions. The same side where the people use for both easy and set the members. So members are not they feel too comfortable. So don't build a new existing toilet where they do don't complete. So in this street members. And also they get inconvenience with regards to the thief and the beach. You can see anybody where they pass along the beach, you see they try for lift the fence up. So this will able to reduce the threat, so people will feel comfortable for Canada Club.
Well, I think this place is only for 50 years, just being so with this improvement.
Alright, the member of Parliament for Constituency 1, 2, 3, Honorable Liadi Aladi, he don't donate 50 bags cement and 2 trips and sand to the UMC Primary School, Ginger Hall, for evidence so that they will from pave the place just for a facelift. When he talked to Samuel Abiose Stanley, more at this interview.
Honorable Liadi Aladi of
constituency, 1, 2, 3, and rest of them. Then they invite me for can do some donation to them for help them for pave the compound of the school. So today not now for can do to them. Today I come with one big tip of sand. I bring 50 bags of cement and I promise them back another 50 bags start the goal because cement that's why the kids so no more they go pour. This is not part of me. Anybody who know me, they know me like giver. And not to you no more. I don't they go around with the constituency at the help and God bless me that's how we continue for the help people. As time goes, we go give them water alive. We go tell for talk to the government and all that concern, don't bring water for them. Because education is better than silver gold. For today no more I spend over 13 million today. I plan to give another 50 bags as soon as they're ready for them. They talk to community stakeholders, including some people who believe so for all certain position them when election will come. Now the church will help. Not to when that time they come. Would have got Mark and go get them. But for now, they will help. Not to for just come if you want have something. No, then we do something bring them for we can't get wrong. And I'm not picking them. We said we did it yesterday. At the same position with English. So if we believe that they are the future leaders of tomorrow, we get for help them. And I beg them, and they say thanks to what they don't be, let us come back and do more.
I'm Elizabeth Yankee, head teacher for classes 1 to 3 at UMC Primary School, Ginger Hall.
She went for a very long time that couple of events was could be in the camp, he got see what the negotiation he got see, and today we see the honorable council of building materials. What does this mean for the school?
Well, this means a very, very good idea for me. We want to tell Papa God thank you first. And see what honorable can do for me. Honorable, we write letter to them. Being that what we hear you say in the developmental and different areas in the community, you can see the school does stay. So we have to decide for write a letter to them for making it can't help win at the school because picking when they come on for lunch, then they dirty before they go inside back, and when they go home back, then they dirty. So that's make we decide for write letter to honorable. And indeed when we read the letter to them, the honor letter and today you don't can do the presentation. They don't can present story, 50 bags of cement and 1 double strip sand, which are a very, very, very good idea for that school. We want for tell God thank you and one for telling self thank you for what you don't do for me.
Well, we could join William Wise with this land.
John Tamale na 10 Mark Street, Hastings.
Na so it be look like inside you building, Kapak na Freeton. Usa will command them na the Ministry of Lands and Country Planning. We do a raffle for over 7,000 saloon man and woman them. We apply for make them go get land na different side na the country. Abdul Fonti na the communication strategist na Office of the President. But same way so, they talk for the Ministry of Lands. They explain more about this project.
This idea is born out of the level of transparency and accountability and fairness with these governments they represent. Because USA you get 7,000 Sierra Leoneans and more. They compete for 200 plots of land. The best way out of it at the end of the day we go on for doing a transparent and fair process not through a raffle. So now because these governments, now because of what this government they represent, we don't see this kind of situation for the first time in the history of Sierra Leone.
Minister for Lands and Country Planning Dr. Turad Senesi is talk say land grabbing at the western area don't plenty and be explain more waiting then get for do so far. For sake of their canteen and there were plenty people looking lost in life inside the land wahala them.
And one of the things I could tell you say land grabbing inside western area don't day on the increase. The honorable parliamentarian had already tell you. So people, they will tell you say get 200 acres of land inside western area. The honorable parliamentarian which done and they make the laws, they don't get 2 town laws. The anti-corruption man which done also, they don't get 1 town law. The civil society man they were represented with the company they don't get 1 town law. But now they turn this way you go see somebody will tell you say you get 200 acres, 100 acres, 40 acres, 50 acres. So the question I don't always tell people is this: if now you want to get all that land a day, waiting now don't left for the other Sierra Leoneans. So as the government, we don't say then land people they go and grab. We don't get right to. We can for take land and back and make sure say una say Leoneans they will get access to their land and
one civil society person, Alfonso Mali, himself be talk say this process now one way transparent and be talk say this the ministry for continue for do this kind of way for make people them when get land it gets land. As it's plenty for the land problem, not the plenty this BNTN at different parts them. Mother Somalia and Kajatu Sise plus other one them we self na persons with disability then self be get chance for make them go for win inside this raffle when a 2 town lots where they don't get each. But them get for explain how them feel inside this process.
So I'm gonna be in go car. I'm not ever be the same in go car. Papa gonna tell you take it. I'm not saying without you. And I think I'm possible. Oh, with you, everything is possible.
I just talk the word number. I say something is people then they can't take. I say something never them go call. I say don't talk the word number and them call.
This land, according to Abdul Fonti, they now one part inside Allentown, where they go give each person 2 town lot, but then 2 people away the win. Wales, William Wise, the reports.
Well, also for we number the thing, for make sure say you adhere to the rules and begin develop so that you will forget your property. Well, I think one of the best things that the Ministry for Lands do, I think some people appreciate that. But today, we want to bring you today's landscape, a company waiting for help you to make, of course, the country fine. Julian Numbuya, get it.
My name is Abdullahi Prince, Titles Commander, me are the PRO for today's Landscape Project Organization. Well, today's Landscape Project Organization, an organization we don't take for a very long time, and there are so many things that if we don't do, if you check now, President Lodge, today's Landscape Project Organization, we don't plant landscape day, even though now if you go there now, you know, we meet the any grass again, like a grass and don't put there. As well now, status, na the helicopter field, we boss when Dr. Dennis Koma and we plant the any grass na the helicopter field. So we don't do a lot of things there, and now we want for come bring rebrand the thing now for lay all Spellinia go say we ready for come make salon and youth, young, old for let themselves get satisfied and get employed. We boss when Mr. Dr. Dennis Koma, a man we be doing things then by the way God the director. Like he don't do a salon. He goes since 1995 we're gonna United States of America. He go do landscape as well. And everything can say like we go and diamond all them thing and they will make salon. Salon feel good or the people of Salon feel better. But it doesn't feel say no, and if I come for that kind implement this particular landscape. Because landscape now one of the highest paid job now, the one on one. And ready for count and a salon. Because it's very easy. If you know somebody who sabi inside the grass, the counter will pay you. You sabi planter will pay you. You water will pay you. You weed out will pay you. You sabi maintain them for more with the long one will pay you. Job not the government they give you. And not the job they not there because some certain job the way somebody will take and not qualify for do the job. This are the job this will look for people who don't qualify. We look for also people who are not qualified, even if you don't go to school. I believe say everything that this work purpose. This is the right time. Wait today's landscape project company one for camp. Well, we get to Equator now to the now jump top broker. If you want to join we, it's very simple because we all want to live with build this nation. I can give you for example, we only see waiting happen at Salon. 2 years back, we get more slide. We get flooding. All that they waiting include because of we not get landscape NASA. Because if you don't come build the holes, everywhere now, so pavement, cement and dalet, water come, nothing on the way they hold on. And the landscape therefore absorb the water and the blanket for the ground. So if we not get this NASA alone, I make we get so much disastrous. Watch now region. Why make you see more slide take place? Because people in the cut thick, then they plant thick. This grass we get on a salon. We grass and one of the best grass now the one whole world. A fine past America than grass. America na Bamunda grass and get. We get Yanni grass. I don't show you this now. It's like colorful, get that butter color leaves. We it all over Sierra Leone. Maybe if you take a walk and they show you and sell you the grass. In fact, I didn't plan a national stadium now because of them not take care of national stadium, they not take care of the grass. Because it need maintenance. So we encourage youth man then when they go and cause trouble. they go and talk all kind of talk. Let them go, they pray, then go down and ask God. For let the Papa government and any surrogate organization, not only government, anybody will want for let this country go before let the all join into this landscape coming.
Okay, thank you.
The local police in partnership with member them in the western area don't hold one big meeting with the member them and the police mess back in town. Dominic JJ Tucker gets more.
We don't say remember the community people there, remember the partnership members of the community, and so for we the community is safe because of that day. I want to tell you because my last time like me and my Lord is for so peaceful. But you are not this work belong to you. And because of that, from the Inspector General down to the rank of fire and police, everybody appreciates you. And we hope that we get strength for continuing this work because they know they pay you. But because of the giving myself, these are my own service to the nation. Thank you so much.
AIG is our excellency, leader director, gender and community affairs. Well, this meeting is more familiarization. Meeting with members of the local policing partnership board and the entire western area. And a meeting where for the do every now and then so that we can discuss issues with the community, safety and security. Well, the practice of community policing is fantastic in this country because we feel say that the bedrock of policing because there is no way we can succeed as an organization without the support and collaboration of community members. And then community people we are, and then we get information. They give real-time intelligence, real-time information for make arrest, real-time information for prevent crime, and then we'll make sure we come together in form of meetings, we identify gaps, we identify challenges in the community, and profile solutions to the challenges there. The point is the IGP, Dr. Abusula, is doing a lot. For example, even the recent promotional interview conduct countrywide, he talks here with the support from the EN that each board meeting for their representation from the LPB so that they will be part of the interview. And that's a very strong representation of the LPB with the part of policing. And even apart from that, we don't see say at any time when we get activity, LPB leader will be part of our make sure we work together. Confidence I will give is that you know what? This country all get up. Okay? I think so we all put two hands on deck for make sure they provide the necessary support to we as police for it to call crime, prevent crime, and even arrest people when they cause problem.
Alright, okay, we want for being on this one as the Honorable Rosé Kano, he organized a gala, we of course want for the see as Titi Talker gets me.
Because in large, I need for break and the women together so that we go know ourselves, we go interact amongst ourselves, we go united, together as we do development. Well, the comic match, the younger women versus the older women, because at the older women that go out, here we all just dress out, so woman and kids, kind of old, all the so for me, I say, well, we need to find one day as part of the activities here, when we go come together, we get the fun, we have the essence of this.
Well, so you get any cooler when you put down for anybody who will win?
Well, that one day, yes, but the cooler, if for come, the time they do the beauty pageant on Saturday, where we the climax this occasion with the beauty pageant that they are on Saturday between the old and the younger women. That day they will not forget a band show, live band show.
Quite be dead, why am I alive?
Hello. Now we want for go take a break, and then we'll come back with the continue the program.
Vimto's unique recipe has been refreshing Sierra Leoneans for over 30 years. Only Vimto has the secret blend of fruits, herbs and spices that has tasted great since 1908. Don't be fooled by inferior imitations. Vimto. Insist on the original.
Alright, welcome back. Well, one for bringing of course, the 2021 Disabled Got Talent Award, the Gepobina Family Kingdom, as Sano, the Executive Director, Hill Salon, and one of the brain behind that. Well, welcome to Waves.
Thank you.
Tell me a brief about this program.
Well, this program this year, now the Ministry of Social Welfare, which we did one, Hills Leone. And I think this now the 4th Disabled Got Talent Award we will do now this country. But what to make this very unique is that the ministry full-fledged supports and then bring other things that were very unique. We're going to Family Kingdom on the 28th. We start the whole program by 8 o'clock. And for them by invitation, not to open thing where everybody can go. Luckily, we don't do something one day doing a salon. We don't get the first trade fair when at disabled people and at the then at the booth. We give them the booth free. We make sure we transport them from Bo, McKinney, Kenema, Poploko, Cambia, they all come. We get disabled people and we get away sabi make a bag, we get away sabi make soap, different things them. So they come woodwork, clothing, then come tailors, then come occupy the them, and we'll be there for 7 days. One fell God thank you for the Ministry of Works we do that place. And during that process now the president pull now do one fine projects for them. And when a project now for empower disabled them. So this time they say, look, I don't want to see disabled around the country trade. They say, wait, I want to see give them money for it, but I want to teach them how for fish. So because of that, people now do one social economic empowerment program for disabled them. Which then they give them keke, other one ride keke, then give them keke, other not tailor, then give them expensive tailor showing machine, that electrical, give generator and various different things. So that project now when partners them with the monitor how for use them, because we not just want give them we lost or then they sell them or a loss. So those people that were there by country and people that were willing, then they give them, and some then they reintegrate the back now in the community. So we do that. The president will launch this last week Thursday. But having said that, we also be get place there for free for picking them for play disabled picking them or disabled person with their picking, because it can be disabled they born picking not to disabled. Then they play free, then we get bouncy castle, merry-go-round, then we get swimming pool, then they play free. And when you go there with the correct the place with waiting the presidency for disability, waiting the Minister of Social Welfare say when are the brain behind this whole thing what they do, waiting the permanent secretary say, waiting the chief social officer say, and waiting the director of social welfare say. So we put things in there, and waiting the chief minister say, waiting the minister of finance say how we go support them. We put the all the people then go around and read the mandate of social welfare, people go around they look the vision and see the achievement there. We say they meet social welfare, waiting and don't do for social welfare. So now the final thing what we get for do now two final things. Number one, effective this Sunday the minister they go now na communities of persons with disability, at least 3 and at most 5, and they go sit down with them, eat with them, share things with them, they explain their story with them, because he who feels it knows it. And one go see them so that when he go to cabinet and go able for talk from an informed point of view about what in the disabled they feel. And by the 28th of this month the invited people then they go in a family kingdom. We therefore give disabled friendly media institution of the year, disabled friendly media personnel of the year, disabled friendly embassy, disabled friendly ministry, department or agency, disabled friendly civil society, disabled friendly NGO, company, telecommunication company. So therefore do that. They will therefore offend the disabled person will get good result per MPSC, good result per WAS, good result per care. We therefore get ingenious trader when a disabled person. We therefore give musician when a disabled person. We therefore give innovator. We therefore give lifetime achievement award. We get boku of them awards that they what would they give. But this time, not to normal award would they give. Some of them disabled. You know who say this person a sportsman or this person a businessman. They go get an ordinary clerk. So we they give them small check.
Package.
Yeah, package for support their business. And this now to nobody in dream. Now the minister and say, let's do it. I'm not saying we don't do one, but Mr. Sano, this is how I want her. And on that day, the minister get in mind for make sure say we raise fund. Anybody can call in and donate. We will get a special account for the physically challenged where the Ministry of Finance will get so that you and me will support them that day and beyond. So that anytime we feel say, remember say today we able, either by accident or by age we will become disabled. So now that's that special account there for Lord donate. So we family on the 28th of this month, and we will make sure say we try let the media day so that they will cover our life. And we do this number one for stop stigmatization and abuse of persons with disability. We will do this for showcase say disabled people themselves able to do something for bring development. We will do this for make sure say we bring inclusivity into the country. And other important reasons where we all know say we're not happy with the civil brothers and sisters in Sasuna streets.
Okay, thank you very much, Mr. Joseph Sano. Well, we hope people will go support that. Quickly, we continue on for being on this 8-month picking. We, of course, in the Abdulhamid, Mori Rabatan Kamara. Sierra Leone, of course, he owned 8 months. They about 1 foot, in complexion, brown skin, and then the usual place they collect on from 5:30 Sunday we lost somebody not take them, but they try to identify the person. So in Papana Ibrahim Kama, they say my address, Mama Aisata Kama. Well, Ibrahim Kama at the same address. We call 0773 36093 or 03085.